Genuine Azure Peaks turquoise. I will just tell you this: we need a taller model. No, Amanda can do this sitting down. She's dressed to impress today. No, really, 32 inches. It's a lot of stones. It's the longest look in the show, and it's also one of the biggest discounts. It's $100 off our regular price. So come on in and take a look at all these beautiful stones. I love the color of Azure Peaks. What is it most famous for, Jay?
Okay, this is a material, actually we discovered 25 years ago. And it's actually in the Gobi deserts. It's one of two turquoise locations that I have in Mongolia. One is called Turquoise Hill, and this is Azure Peaks. And this is something that actually we were on the forefront of before. This is now, if you go to this now, it's this quite large open pit copper mine. When we first were introduced to Azure Peaks, we were getting turquoise on the surface. It was all the surface deposits. And that material was it was oxidized, so it was more of a green. And we were turned on to it by a geologist. Here's what the geologists do. They go around, and this particular company, the geologic company, they go around, but what they're scouting for is they're scouting for these big mining companies. Anytime you find turquoise, you know that you have to have copper, concentrations, iron, and aluminum. Those are three primary materials that you know are there. And then there's 26 minerals and elements that need to be present for turquoise to even form. And then it's what they call secondary replacement. So there's a lot of things that have to happen for turquoise to even form. And that's why turquoise is so rare. This material right here, I can tell you, this was the material this is in the Gobi Desert. When we first were introduced to this, there weren't even any roads. I mean, it was literally kind of a dirt trail. Now it's like a paved road. There's a city there, like when I say a city, like a small town that services the mine and the mining operation. It literally is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, absolutely in the middle of nowhere. And everything is built around the copper mine now. So funny enough, though, they're not really getting any turquoise, and they haven't gotten any turquoise now for over about 15 years. We haven't gotten anything.
This is impressive. I mean, this is heavy.
Well,
right? I mean, it has a weight to it.
It's very, very dense. And look at the color saturation in this. And these are all the natural colors. It goes from this material, a lot of it I have is like a real deep, like an olive green to an emerald green, and you'll see some of that in here. Some of this material, as we started going lower, when they opened up the copper mine and they got down about 300 meters, they started finding turquoise again, and that was blue, real high blue. Now they're not mining, and here's the big problem when you have these big mining companies. They don't care about the turquoise. We had at that time, we had a separate group of people that were allowed to go in. And so when they would cut a stope and they would find turquoise, they would let them go in, mine it out. And that's why we got that material. Now they're really deep down there, and there is no more material coming out. But this, if you want something that's unique and that's collectible, I consider this material collectible. I don't have an exclusive on it, but I have to tell you, I've never seen anybody in the United States that I know. I've never in Tucson, anywhere, none of the cutters, none of the manufacturers that I personally know, I don't know anybody that has this material or has access to it.
And remember,
so it is a unique turquoise.
It really is. And I think we have a bracelet also in the Azure Peaks turquoise. Am
I think there's
not mistaken?
There might be a bracelet, and I think there's a pair of earrings.
We'll get to that in a moment.
This is Azure Peaks.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because it looks so pretty. Look at the color combination. Have you ever seen anything like this? Remember, what you're getting today is $100 off. I mean, what an incredible value when you look at all the stones.
The length of this.
When you look at the length, it just is like, it's like a never-ending chain of turquoise. I mean, if you just want to buy it just for the beads, it's worth the price. Just for the beads. You could open up a bead store with this necklace.
How Amanda's wearing this is exactly how I would wear it.
Wear it with
this is something where I would just wear it long. This is one of those.
So striking.
What it's really good for is you've got that long necklace. You can wear this as a standalone, like Amanda has it right now, or it's a great layering base piece for if you want to layer.
It's just so beautiful on. And if you don't like fussing with the finding, you can keep this closed. You can just throw it on over your head. There's also a finding on the back, solid sterling silver. That wonderful, again, glamorous length is just amazing. Wear this over a turtleneck. Wear this over a cowl neck sweater. Wear this with a crisp white blouse and your jeans and rock this. This is totally Tucson. This is totally turquoise. This is head to toe, whether you want couture or cowboy, right? And anywhere and everywhere in between. Notice how it just looks great with just any color, because it is exactly what Mother Nature created. She wanted you to have these wonderful, incredible gemstones to call your own. So I hope you get that before it's gone. We'll tell you when that sells out. And then a quick update. We have 250 red